Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and before we dive into today's episode, which is Erika Jayne and Tom Girardi still being as evil and selfish and greedy as frickin' possible, and what Tom Girardi's evil ass lawyers are now trying to do. So before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. So with that, let's go. So these are the exclusive details from Radar Online on what Thomas Girardi lawyers are now trying to do, which I personally think is disgusting and just deplorable, but what else would we expect from these people? So lawyers representing the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne's husband in criminal court are fighting back against prosecutors claiming the lawyer is competent to stand trial. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, Tom Girardi's legal team is asking the court to disregard several expert reports submitted by prosecutors. Earlier this year, Girardi was indicted on charges he embezzled $15 million from clients from 2010 to 2020. Girardi's family revealed he was diagnosed with dementia in 2021 and moved him into a senior assisted living facility. His brother was appointed as conservator of Girardi. Jayne filed for divorce in 2020 as her husband's legal problems started to mount. Girardi's lawyer argued that he was not competent to stand trial. The government scoffed at this suggestion. Prosecutors had medical professionals put together a report after speaking to Girardi and his associates. Dr. Diana Goldstein, hired by the government, said that Tom was competent. Girardi's lawyer said they had 3 neurologists, 2 neuropsychologists, and 1 neuropsychiatrist, and multiple lawyers determined Jayne's husband suffers from dementia. Okay, let's break this down a little bit before we keep going. Number 1, to be fair, a lot of times in trials, you can basically buy an expert to say anything. You know, you could have a medical doctor say, there's no way he has dementia. And then you could have a medical doctor say, no, of course he has dementia. So to be fair, both sides have probably paid experts to say what they want to say. Like, think about a car accident, right? And you get hurt in the car accident. The defense is going to say, our medical team says that, there's no way you get hurt in that car accident. The other side is going to say, no, we have our medical experts. This person could get hurt in the car accident, right? So a lot of times when it comes down to like experts, unless it's DNA, and like the DNA is like pretty like clear cut, because sometimes they'll be like, no, it was transfer DNA. It wasn't direct DNA, or the DNA was corrupt, Usually when it comes to expert versus expert, you can just pay an expert to say whatever you want to say. So to be fair, that could be the case going on here. However, the problem is, why is this trial even going on? Like, at this point, Mr. Girardi, you just should take a plea deal. Just plead guilty, take whatever sentence they give you, and let us go on with our lives. The fact that you keep appealing for legal reasons and fighting every single thing, it's pathetic and it's sad and it's evil. And then you have to kind of sit back and think, why? Why do you keep fighting all of this stuff? Why is Erika fighting the earrings? Why is Erika fighting to pay back anybody? Why is he even fighting these charges? Like, it's literally clear as day he is guilty as hell. Obviously innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but come on. His CFO has been arrested and is rolling. His son-in-law have been arrested and are rolling on him. Like, hello. So when I thought about it, I'm like, it's disgusting. He's dragging it out because he's a narcissist for his own ego. Like, there's no way I'm going to admit I was wrong. If you want to take me down, I'm going down swinging. And again, the way he did this whole scheme, he thinks the rules don't apply to him. He's allowed to steal. He's allowed to commit fraud. He's allowed to do whatever he wants, and the law doesn't apply to him. And that's basically what the issue is here. These people are evil. They think that they are better than people. They think that they are more deserving than people, and they think the rules don't apply to them. But this is evil because it's wasting time, money, and resources that could go to people who need it. All the lawyer fees, all the time in court, all the money for discovery, you know, it's our taxpayers' money that is paying for the prosecution to put on this trial against this man. That money could go to so many other resources and so many other people that actually need it. It's also tying up funds and resources that could be going to the victims, because the more they fight and the more they fight, the less time, the less money, the less resources will ultimately be there to make the victims whole. So the more they fight, the more they're still re-victimizing the victims. And to me, it's clear as day. He's still hiding money, and he's having his thug lawyers, give the money to Erika in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in their, Wells Fargo account in Florida, or through, his thug lawyer friends who are saying that they're paying for Erika's money and Las Vegas residency, which in my opinion, I don't think the money she's getting from these old thug lawyers are their money. I think it's Tom's money that he stole and their contingency accounts. He basically put the money he stole in all of these accounts, and then he has people who are loyal to him because he's probably helped them make money through fraud. They're a bunch of thug thieves, lawyers, and they are now repaying that debt back by what's the word I'm looking for? By funneling money to Erika from these slush accounts that they put up, which again is still victims' money because Tom Girardi is a fraud and he stole the victims' money. And that's why he's going to court on those charges, Ugh. And then also, what's very sickening about this is that it's also exploiting people who truly have dementia and Alzheimer's disease, using a very devastating and debilitating and soul-crushing illness that so many people are suffering from, and by extension, their families are suffering from, to try and get out of, being accountable for the multi-decade, multi-million, if not billion-dollar scheme you did, is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, let's keep going. In August, a hearing was held in Girardi's criminal case where the parties argued their cases. The judge has yet to rule. Now, in a newly filed document, Tom Girardi's team argued the experts hired by the government were not qualified to opine on the competency of an older adult with cognitive impairment. They said Dr. Goldstein was not qualified to assess older adults. They said she has no expertise in geropsychology, like geriatrics, the psychology of older adults. She has no board certification, no formal education, no specialized training, and no research on older adults. In addition, they argued Dr. Darby, who the government also used, is not qualified to assess competency at all. Given their lack of expertise and experience, it is unsurprising that their opinions lack scientific reliability, Girardi lawyers wrote. Girardi's team noted their expert found that progression of their client's decline was normal rather than accelerated, as the government experts maintain. Wow. Wow. I mean, this is the thing, I personally, obviously, I am not Team Girardi. I am not a fan of what the lawyers are doing. I think they're scumbags and they're evil for everything I listed down below, or everything I listed on the screen and what I just said, right? But this is the thing, it, like I said in the beginning of the video, either side, prosecution or defense, can find, quote, experts to testify under oath to basically anything you pay them for. I just hope that the government, the prosecution, is dotting their I's and crossing their T's, and they're using experts that are truly experts in the field, if what Tom Girardi's lawyers is saying is true. Now, I personally do not think Tom Girardi has dementia. I do not think he has Alzheimer's. I do think he is competent to stand trial. I do, because it was too convenient of timing. And I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in conspiracy. So the moment that the jig is up, the feds are coming for you, everybody's getting arrested, the jig is up, all of a sudden you have dementia, all of a sudden Erika wants to divorce you, like the timing, it's too convenient. for it to be legitimate, right? And to me, everything that the lawyers are doing, I think Tom Girardi is the one who is telling them to do it, you know? So I think he is competent. I just hope that the prosecution is dotting their I's and crossing their T's and making sure the experts they have are legitimate experts in their field. Because I promise you, Tom Girardi is going to find people who are experts in their field who are willing to lie for him if they pay them enough. Because even when you talk to like, because I listen to a lot of like true crime podcasts and stuff, and sometimes they'll have, the jury talk after, and the jury's like, yeah, the experts always sort of cancel each other out. Because the defense is going to have an expert that's going to say what they want them to say. The prosecution's going to have an expert that's going to say that they want to say because they're paying them. So you kind of like cancel each other out, right? And then the rest of the evidence is what really weighs. But in this particular situation, it's expert against expert to see if Tom can even stand trial, right? So this is like really important, because if they say he's not competent, then how can they hold him accountable? How can they continue to prosecute him? So I just really hope everybody is dotting their I's and crossing the T's, and that the judge sees through this, But like I said before, I don't know why Tom just doesn't say, you know what, I'm 82 years old, excuse me. I'm 82 years old, and I'm just tired of the lie. I'm ready to tell you everything. These are where the bones are buried. This is how I did it. And this is the people who helped me did it. And this is where the money is. And I'm ready to be held accountable. Like, I don't know. Wouldn't you want to pass away with almost like a clean conscience? I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel. While Girardi's decline may seem rapid to someone with Dr. Goldstein's limited experience, Dr. Wood explained that it was entirely expected given the departure of Girardi's wife and the subsequent failure of informal support, Girardi lawyers wrote. They said one friend testified that after Jayne left in November of 2020, he felt compelled to stay with Girardi at his home a few nights a week because he was not in his right mind. Girardi's lawyers are demanding the court not listen to the government's witnesses and call off the trial. So, yeah, this is a big deal. This means a lot, because if the judge rules with Tom Girardi's lawyers, the trial's off. He's going to go and live his golden years at a mental health facility, or like mental memory facility for the elderly. And he's going to have his, dates with Erika. She's going to come and bring the vodka, and they're going to have their dates. Because don't forget, when he was indicted, Erika Jayne bought a big thing of vodka, went straight to his memory home facility that he's in, and, they drowned their sorrows with some vodka together. So to me, that doesn't sound like two people who are estranged or who hate each other or who are getting divorced. To me, that sounds like two criminals who are worried about going to jail. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal. If the judge rules in his favor, the trial's over. The trial's over, and he'll never be held accountable. So I really hope that the judge sees through this. I really hope the prosecution are dotting their T's and crossing their I's. And I'll be watching and I'll be waiting. But put it down below. What do you guys think about this? I think it's evil that he's dragging this out. It's very, very evil. It's narcissistic. It's selfish. It's re-victimizing people. It's exploiting people with dementia. And at the end of the day, I do think both him and Erika are trying to just bleed the money as much as they can, because they're so sick that they think, well, if I can't have it, no one can. So they're just bleeding money with all of these appeals, all of these lawyers, all of these fees, all of this pushback. It's disgusting. Erika too. She's fighting every single thing that comes against her. And rather than just saying, this isn't my money, it never was. These aren't my gifts. They never belonged to me. Here you go. She's fighting tooth and nail to hold on to something that never belonged to her in the first place. And it's evil and it's disgusting. So I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. I'll be watching this space, okay? But I'll talk to you guys later. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Love you.